excuse. My mum and dad have been in the ice cream business for 36 years, something like that. So before I was born, so I was born into, you know, my mum and dad, you know, working in ice cream, and I worked at my mum and dad's shop, you know, from a young age as well. But it wasn't until, I don't know, in my mid-20s that I actually thought I want to open up an ice cream shop, and that's really when the journey sort of began. I used to work for Heathrow Airport, which is very different to ice cream. Yeah. So started off corporate, saved enough money, and then decided to take the plunge and take a punt on you know, opening my own business. My mum and dad's business is very different. It's they're a franchisee, so it's a large American brand, and they buy their ice cream. So I've taken lots from that model, but I wanted to make my own ice cream. I've always had a passion for making ice cream. I suppose it's about 10 years ago, my wife and I started making ice cream in our kitchen, and it's from those early beginnings that we got to a stage where we thought, right, we're gonna open a shop and you know, sell it to the public. There was a point when I was thinking about coffee, I was thinking about pancakes, I was thinking about waffles, and people kept coming in for ice cream, and a lot of those things I think would have diluted the main product, particularly things that take a long time to prepare. We noticed that we did actually try waffles, and a waffle takes a good 5 minutes to make. And when we're busy, you end up losing customers to waffles, and our core business is ice cream, so we decided against it. We pretty much make all of our cakes to order. Customers sort of chooses a flavour of ice cream and an inside flavour, so when they cut it, they get like 2 layers. I mean, this place came up, and we were thinking about deferring it for a year, but we had to have this property. It was in the right location, school opposite, and you know, the layout's absolutely perfect for making ice cream. In terms of the design, that came from a plate. So it was a blue, red and white plate, and we thought we loved the colour scheme, and that's what this is all based on. And yeah, Pinterest, we had lots and lots of pictures, and from those, you know, this all sort of came together. Well, the biggest challenge was we opened up in October, which is just before the winter, obviously. You know, being an ice cream business that is about to open up just before winter without a summer behind it, obviously things like cash flow is something you need to keep a very sort of keen eye on. But I had to make a number of assumptions based on my mum and dad's business, you know, the amount of money that they take in the winter, and then sort of factor that down. And we're doing fine, and you know, the sun is shining now, so hopefully the worst of that is behind us. It's not a bad job. Customers suggest flavour ideas, and we choose, you know, the one that we think is going to be the best one for a particular month, and that becomes the flavour of the month. Last month we had like 200. You know, we had to whittle that down to a manageable number that we could actually make, test and vote on. So I bought this little ice cream batch freezer. It's literally this big, and then just sort of playing with ratios of milk, cream and sugar. And eventually I got to a stage where, you know, I thought, okay, this is the right combination, and then, you know, sort of tested it out with friends and family, and they felt that, you know, it was good enough. And then, yeah, like I say, decided to take a punt on making it on a mass, not a mass scale, but a bigger scale. The one that I'm excited by at the moment is chocolate pretzel fudge, because obviously it's our flavour of the month. But the other one that's probably one I quite like is apple crumble and custard. And the reason for that is because that's our first flavour of the month. And there's a young boy called Buddy, and he was one of our first customers on the first day that we opened. And he suggested apple crumble and custard all the way back in October when we first opened. And then when the competition happened, he won, and we've kept it ever since. So it's now a permanent flavour. lot of them are taken from other ice cream parlours. So for example, salted caramel is a well-recognised flavour. Things like, I don't know, cookies and cream is an American ice cream. I think it's got its origins in like Baskin Robbins, big American brand. But others are just sort of experimenting and just sort of playing around in, you know, the kitchen. We have experimented with things like blue bubblegum, but it hasn't been received very well. So we're sort of listening to our customers and, you know, making sure that we, yeah, blue bubblegum didn't go down very well at all. Probably chocolate peanut butter is my favourite flavour. I think if you've got the passion and you've got the energy and you do enough planning to, you know, protect the downside, then I think go for it. I mean, I haven't looked back since. It's only been 5 months and I'm really sort of enjoying it.